Hello and welcome. This is James Blanchard Cisneros at your service. Today I will be reading the January 15th Daily Inspirational Message, and I trust it will assist both of us on our journeys. The message is a condensed version. It's 2 paragraphs long. Then I'll center myself, say a little prayer, and then make a couple comments on the message. Okay, here we go. The time between anger and forgiveness. Paragraph 1. The amount of time between anger and forgiveness is not only measured in time, but also in pain. Pain is not God's will for you. Peace is. You, as love's creation, are worthy of peace, not pain. But first you must acknowledge this to yourself and truly believe it to fully experience it. In order to experience true peace, practice making the conscious decision to value forgiveness over judgment, and thus peace over pain. When you finally decide that you desire peace more than pain, it is then that you will forgive. You have been gifted free will. No one, other than you, can decide when you will forgive, and thus when you will achieve the state of peace. You will always experience the amount of pain that you deem necessary in order to convince you to start looking for a better way. Paragraph 2. Today, recall you have free will. So the time that you spend angry and in pain is up to you and you alone. Everything that you seem to experience out there must begin as a thought within your mind. If it begins within your mind, then you are the one who must take personal responsibility for how you are defining and reacting to your experience. When you do not forgive, what you are really saying is, I am not yet worthy of peace. When you forgive, what you are saying is, I am now worthy of peace. As God's creations, we are forever worthy of peace. Today, let us use every interaction to practice forgiveness and thus achieve the state of peace. The more we do so, the more we will realize that forgiveness and the state of peace are much more aligned with the truth in us than the ego's programs of judgment, anger, and pain. The time between anger and forgiveness. All right. Time between anger and forgiveness, we measure it and we call it pain. And I'm sure we have all experienced that. Now the beauty of it is that we have free will. That we can choose forgiveness over judgment and thus peace over pain. And the beauty of that is that anger is not really out there as much as the ego would have programmed you to believe. It's not because of something out there that you're angry. You're angry because of your response to what's out there. You're angry because how you've been taught to respond to the outer world. And so if what you've been taught is not bringing you peace, then why continue to follow a path that is only a dead-end road? Let us try another way. Let us try a more gentle way, the path to peace. And that's by deciding that we have the personal responsibility and the ability, because the answer lies within us, to change our world by changing our minds about the world. And so, let us today remember when a little thought of anger starts to pop up in our mind because of our past programming. Let us remember and say to ourselves, today I can choose forgiveness over judgment. Today I can choose peace over pain. Today I can choose peace instead of this. And so see, now when the little anger starts to boil up, when the past programming starts to boil up, we don't we don't focus on that thought. We don't put our time, focus, and energy on that thought, and thus we don't make it big. Now I'm starting to boil over with anger. I'm starting to feel that anger response. Okay, wait. What's my goal today? My goal today is to choose forgiveness over judgment. My goal today is to choose peace over pain. My goal today is to remember that I can choose peace instead of this. That I control my thoughts and thus my experience in this world. My experience in this world does not control me. What's out there does not control me. I define what's out there. And so if I'm defining something with anger, the answer lies within you, resides within you. The answer to your peace, to your salvation resides within you. And so just be grateful that you have that ability, that we all have that ability to choose peace instead of our judgments and anger, to spend less time, energy, and focus in that pain, to make that pain less real by remembering that we can choose another way, a more gentle way. And then after we've chosen the gentle way, the more gentle way, let us thank our brothers and sisters. We don't have to do this verbally, but we can thank them within our hearts. Oh, thank you, person X or Y, because your action helped me see the beliefs that I was carrying within myself that do not belong within me. They do not belong within me because only love belongs within me. And so if my response or my definition of the outer world was not a loving response, that's not something true about me. That's just something that I've been taught to believe as true. And because I've put my time, focus, and energy on it, I've made it seem true. But it doesn't have to be true. You don't have to choose anger. You don't have to experience pain. There is a more gentle path. The path of remembering your function in this world. To be the light of the world. And peace is just a symbol of the light. Forgiveness, compassion, understanding, they're all symbols of the light in you. So when you're choosing forgiveness over anger, peace over pain, compassion over judgment, you're saying to yourself, you know what? I am worthy of peace. And guess who helped you remind you of that? That same brother or sister that the ego would have you condemn and judge and shame and guilt. That same brother and sister is the one who is helping you heal, who is helping you remember that anger is not my function as the light of the world. No, it's not. And I've tried it 100 times before. So, and we all have, at least most of us have. And we all know it doesn't take us to the state of peace. It doesn't take us to a true destination, which is the state of peace. And so a very simple response to that dead-end road is forgiveness. Forgive instead of investing your time, focus, and energy into the dark ditch of anger. Stop poisoning yourself with your own thoughts. Stop poisoning the world with your misperceptions and your fairy tales and your past programs that never got you to where you truly wanted to be, that never helped you achieve your function in this world. Stop buying into the lies that's true. Only the love in you is true. Only the love in others is true. The more you support this, the more you will see this as true. The more you support the dream, the more the dream will appear real. But if you're here in the watching these videos, then you've chosen to awaken in your own unique way. Many people awaken and never see these videos, and that's fine. This is just one of many paths. And it's a path from the duality of this world to oneness. From deceptions, from dead-end roads, from hopelessness to hope, to understanding, to knowledge, to self-awareness, to simply being who you were created by God to be. And so today, we forgive instead of judge. because we have remembered that we are worthy of peace. And it's this peace that today we offer to this world. Thank you very much for your time. I love you very much. If you would be so kind as to like, comment, or share this video, I would appreciate that. It helps with the listening process. If you'd like to leave me a question, I would try to offer a response. Thank you for that. And if you made it this far, you know I love you. And God willing, we'll see each other tomorrow. Peace.